Greetings folks, hello there, hope you're all well. If you can hear shouting in the background, it's because the Liverpool game is on and all my family are in there, cheering the Reds on. Anyway, as the title suggests, got a little unboxing to do today, and it's another fairy fanged monstrosity. You know I'm into my fairy toothy beasts. And this one, of course, is from Creepshow. It's Fluffy from the famous crate sequence or story in the celebrated Stephen King and George A. Romero collaboration from the early 80s, 82 I think it was. And yeah, Fluffy is the thing that's found in a crate, hidden beneath the stairs and locked away, and has been for 150 years or something. And these college professors find it, open it, and it terrorizes them and chows down on people. This is the one with Hal Holbrook plays some college professor who's married to the gorgeous, the ever divine Adrienne Barbeau. And that's my dog behind us licking her empty bowl. Gotta steal the show somehow. Anyway, where was I? He's married to Adrienne Barbeau, who's a drunken harridan bitch, and she just harasses him and embarrasses him in every situation going. And of course, when this beast is found and we know its murderous capabilities, he hatches a plan to get rid of his missus. But I love the sequence for the other professor in it, played by Fritz Weaver, who's outstanding, because it's him and the janitor who first opened the crate, and the poor old janitor gets eaten away in front of Fritz Weaver's terrified eyes. And he has a great sequence where because he's in hysterics from that point onwards because of what he's seen, and he does this brilliant performance. He bumps into another a graduate student who becomes an ex-victim, and he just goes, "There's something in the crate," and it's just he just goes into one completely high-pitched hysterical like panic mode, and I love it. It's just crazy. Now, worryingly, I have two worries about this. This is the Trick or Treats mask. It came out recently, so it's pretty new. And the box it came in, because once again I have ordered it from Mad About Horror, based in the UK, who are always great. But I have two concerns. One, the box doesn't really seem big enough for the mask, which is quite a large mask from what I was led to believe. And the box is also dinged and dented, and there's something rattling around in there. Now this thing has a lot of teeth on it, and I've got a horrible, and I mean horrible, nagging suspicion that this has been booted around by the Royal Mail, and it's had its teeth kicked out literally. So prepared for a very disappointed Kilt-Man's face in a minute. Incidentally, Jack Burton. Yeah, Big Trouble in Little China. Yeah. Anyway, let's get this sucker open and see if my fears are going to come true. Let's be honest, if this is bust, this could be a very short video. And if it's bust, this brand new bottle of whiskey might not last very long. So, there's we have our invoice from Trick or Treat Studios. That's some packing stuff. Something is definitely rattling around. Oh! I was wrong. It's a little badge. It's a little crazy skull badge. Yeah. Okay. Well, whew. So let's get shut of the box. Inside there is Fluffy, which in the film it's sort of stamped on the crate, the wooden crate, that it's part of some Arctic expedition from like 1827 or something like that. Hello, Roxy. Roxy the Wonder Dog. is now joining in with the unpacking. She senses a packmate. Woohoo! Roxy, take the bag. No. Okay, right. A nice little Creepshow logo on the front there. Because there's another. Yeah, as you can see there, it's from a Father's Day segment where the grandfather comes back from the grave because I want my cake, and you can get that. And there's your usual Trick or Treat Studios, your Tots labelling, yeah. And here is old Fluffy. Fritz Weaver says something about like the college graduate who is a scientist in his own right. He said he wanted to measure the bite radius. Oh, I think he got his chance because he got a fair bit of bite radius on his own neck because this thing took a great big chomp out of him. There's Fluffy. Can you see? And that is a lovely, lovely likeness, isn't it? I mean, we have blood smeared down the fur beneath the chin. The teeth, the fangs are exceptionally gory and bloody. The tongue, which is probably fixed and part of the mould, looks like a brain. Looks like someone has just trepanned him, and his brain has been revealed, and it's in his gob. But look at those eyes. Look at the eyes. They're like feral cat's eyes, and there is, you can't really tell in this lighting, there's a lovely sort of clear sheen on them, like some clear sort of I don't know, latex covering. I don't know. It makes the eyes actually glisten, and they look really vivid and sharp and alive. Nice flared nostrils, lots of detail, lots of contours and detail. The fur is very well stitched in and beautiful, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I have seen a video of this from another guy, and he showed the back of the head, and it appeared to have layers missing quite obviously. Now, I don't know what you're seeing there. They are not missed. That is not missing fur. The fur is actually nicely covered and flattened. If you lift it, you will find, because it is in sections, but it's nicely layered, and you can play about with this to your heart's content, obviously. But do we have any sort of packing dents to it? It's actually held its shape pretty well, I think. You guys getting this? I am sorry that I'm recording, the time of day I'm recording this, I have to have the light on, and it kind of ruins the lighting of the room. If you'd done it during the day, you would see this in all its vivid glory. But you're getting the gist of this. Look at those teeth. Look at the teeth, yeah. I want to measure the bite radius. Holy shit. Look at him. I'm very impressed. Now, I'm gonna put this sucker on and see just how you can see out of it. Let's have a look inside. Are we got any signings? Just the number that it got pulled off. 211 this one is. Okay, I'm going in. Jemmery's musical theme on the piano. Dun 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 dun. Chomp. Bite. Chomp. Snap. Okay. Yeah. Lovely ears. Yeah. It's a nice fit as well. I'm just gonna snip these labels off, because you know you're trying to show this thing off and they don't have to get in the way, I think. Labels are gone. I have forgotten the name of the guy who sculpted this, and the thing is, does it actually say on these? You know what, it doesn't tend to say, does it? On all the advertising blurb you get the guy's name, but on the labels it doesn't seem to tell you at all. It seems a little bit odd, you know? I want to be recognised for my talents. I want my name all over the damn thing. Cheers, guys. So let's give you another little close-up view. I always was reminded of the classic old British horror movie with Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing, Horror Express, where they found like the missing link and they keep it in a crate and they put it on this Trans-Siberian Express, which gets invaded by Cossacks led by Telly Savalas of all people, and this thing comes alive and uses its mesmerising stare to get inside people's skulls and it takes them over. It's very, very like The Thing in many ways. You're not able to know who you can trust, who's under this thing's influence, and it's not the missing link. It's actually an alien, you know. And there's a few ideas which definitely crept over into The Thing, but this guy, look at him, yeah. See that man? Look at that! Wow. You really don't want to see inside that for too long, do you? No. And it's nice that they haven't gone overboard on the blood down the fair. I know that I've got an emotion werewolf mask and full suit, and I got some blood and I poured bloody fucking tons of gore all over it. Jesus, what was I thinking? And you know, it really is. It just looks like a roadkill now. It's up there somewhere. Lives up on that cabinet somewhere, and I went OTT with the blood, but they've done it quite nicely. I mean, the sequence is the goriest sequence in the movie, apart from, you know, E.G. Marshall getting all the cockroaches inside him and then all churn out of his chest and out of his top of his head. But Fluffy does the business with great big claws and them chompers there. Yeah. What did you guys think of Creepshow 2, by the way? Yeah, that's what I thought. The less said about that, the better. But yeah. So there we go. That's Fluffy. Incidentally, Tom Savini, the great gore meister himself, Tom Savini, frequently worked with George Romero. He's a zombie man, you know. When he created this, he did things here that he'd never done before. So he actually got in touch with Rob Bottin, you know, the guy who did The Howling and obviously The Thing. Again, funny that crept in again. Because he weren't sure how to do the animatronics and the mechanisms to make this sort of head move. And in the end, of course, it wasn't an animatronic head, but there was a guy inside it. There was also another person working the feet. It's kind of a small creature with a big bloody head and big mouth, and big appetite. So it's actually, you know, several people are involved in working this thing, and the results on screen are dazzling. It's a really memorable creation. I'm loving the fair. I'm loving how it's been, you know, applied around the jaw, around the mouth. There's a bit of shiny glue, which you can probably see in certain light. That can be taken care of. In fact, it's not an issue anyway, to be honest. But I'm loving those eyes. Those eyes are... Look at it. And in the film, you see quite a few shots of it, like they look through the crate, they're peering in, and you'll just see sort of like that staring out. And that's quite effective, just doing it there with a mask. kind of wish it'd come in a wooden crate now. Yeah, I'm loving it. It's a nice thickness as well on the latex. After my initial reservations that the box weren't big enough and something was rattling around in there, and I thought it was teeth broken off, you know, that's held its shape remarkably well. That is robust. These heavy brows, this massively flared nostrils, and the heavy ridges on the cheekbones, they've held really well. That is going to be a great, you know, sitting on a bust alongside his brethren, his other furry fanged monstrosities. You know, you're going to stand out, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yeah. I'm happy. So once again, I'm going to give a big shout out to Trick or Treat Studios, obviously, for coming up with this, getting the license and coming up with a really, really good mask. And I'm going to give a big shout out to Mad About Horror, because they, once again, have not let me down. I ordered that on Halloween itself, and it arrived 48 hours later, exactly as it's supposed to. Can't complain, can you? So, very, very happy. There is a hole in there so you can breathe, or perhaps even stick your own tongue out if you wanted to double up on the tonguage. And you can see through the little, there's gaps on the inside here. But it's a nice fit as well. You can get your chin in there, so it's actually, I mean, I've got great big shaggy fiendish hair, but I've only got a small head, big chubby cheeks, but only a small bonce. So, like the Halloween 2018 mask, which I truly love, I adore that mask. I know we've mentioned the controversy about that before, and you know, some people may be unlucky and got like a bit of a bad paint job on theirs, but I'm made up with mine. I am not doing anything to mine. I love it as it is. Having seen it in daylight, having seen it in the dark, because I wore it to the cinema to watch Halloween, and I wore it all day long in the bright sunlight, and then in pubs and clubs and all sorts, because I did the rounds as Michael that day, and I took loads of pictures, and it looks great. It looks like you see in the movie. Sometimes it's very pale, and you can see the scarring, which everyone was trying to, you know, get correct over the eye on that sorrowful, mournful looking down poster. It's got that, you know, I don't know, a lot of people probably will, I don't know, making a big fuss out of nothing. But hey, the mask I got, I'm happy with. Everyone, you know, it's up to themselves, isn't it? And speaking of being happy with masks, I am very happy with this. Let's give you another little once around the block. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. No. Like a little lamb. Yeah. There you go. I'm loving it. I think perhaps that lower jaw is maybe bigger than it should be. I just watched the segment, you know, of the crate, so I was paying particular attention to him, and I think that they've slightly exaggerated this lower jaw. It's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. It's just an observation, basically. So yeah, from me and Fluffy, stay happy, keep it Celtic, keep it real, and in the meantime, just be happy. So, from me and Fluffy, yes, you, later!